Where'd the, house go? And the bridge. It will just conveniently
Looks like a cabin. Exactly the kind of remote secret location a cult needs for all its dark rituals. Who knows what sort of diabolical scene I'll be walking in on.
And the door's even wide open. Well, open.
Okay, significantly less diabolical than I expected. But hang on. What is a cabin this nice doing out here? I thought the whole point of a cabin was to go back to nature, not whatever this is. Either someone's missed the point, possibly me, or something's up with this place. I'd better look around. Whoa,
Well,
these wall lamps are really shoddily made. They just fold over the second you touch them. Either that, or they're hidden levers. But what are the chances a secret cult would be into that sort of thing, right?
Yeah, what are the chances?
I wonder if there are any others.
Oh, there's a timer! Help! There's a couch in the way. Wait. Ah! There's one here.
Ha! Open sesame.
Guess the timer's done.
Wait. Open sesame? Sesame, would you please open? Oof. No way I'll make it from the switch to the other side of the door. Not without getting squished. Maybe I could brace the door open with something. I don't know. Eesh. This cult sure doesn't go much for convenience, does it?
Like maybe this wood?
Ah, perfect. That should be sturdy enough to wedge the door open.
Alright. So that. And this one? And then the one right here. Maybe. Open! Put wood.
Woo. Hope that'll hold. Guess it just needs to for another few seconds.
Enter. Loading caves. Wow. Ominous music. Spooky.
Oh, hey. That's handy. A map of the evil kidnapping cult's lair. See, there it is. Lair in big letters.
I'm gonna take a picture of that. It looks like directions of some sort.
Even have it underlined. How thoughtful. I guess that must be where the cultists gather. Let's not be there for the moment. What else is there? Oh, hey, it looks like we're close to all the animal cemeteries in the area. That's not creepy in the slightest. The elephant graveyard is near here. Huh. Hope they've got big holes and big shovels to dig 'em. Budgie burial grounds. For all the budgies and birds of a feather. I was there once. Mistook it for an all-you-can-eat buffet. And, of course, kitty for the dead. I'll be there one day. It seems this tunnel system links up with all the cemeteries around here, with different ways to get to each. I'm sure that's not in any way, shape, or form going to be important information to remember.
Yeah.
Maybe I should explore for myself a little. Worst case, I can always check the map if I forget anything in 2 minutes or so.
Alright. So there's a turn here that said lab. Well, let's check out this lab and see what's happening.
Whoa. What is this place? What is all this stuff? Whatever it is, it's stuff I don't know anything about. Maybe I should go find something I do know about.
But it looks like the same device. Yeah. Okay, do this and then make a right. Phone screen don't dim on me. Go up here. So the right's gonna be a dead end. Forward is just C. So that's a dead end. This up here, it just says C.
Oh, they got a cell down here too. Cozy. Everything a cult HQ needs for nefarious shenanigans.
Blah, blah.
Hello, who is there? You first. Who's there?
Vrucht.
Albert? How do you know my name?
Gera.
I mean, God, you've grown, Albert, and
Huh?
started walking around on two paws and wearing clothes and talking. I see you're not my Albert, are you? You're the Albert of this universe, of course. It makes sense. So, no, nothing is making sense right now. So let's start with something I can make sense of. Who are you?
Richtig.
My name is Erwin Schrodinger. I'm a physicist specializing in quantum theory. And these are my cats, Niels, Winner, and Max. That's not possible. You're on some sort of lecture trip abroad, I think. Also, I'm fairly certain you're not weirdly pink and furless. That must be a counterpart from this universe, I imagine. If there are multiple Alberts, it stands to reason there are multiple Schrodingers. That's right. There was the name Mr. G mentioned. You were the one trapped in the closet, weren't you? Yes, that was me. His wife trapped me in there after I arrived in your world. Mr. G found me and went for help, but his wife returned before he did. She and her cultist friends brought me here, and I've been stuck here ever since, save for when they forced me to work in the lab. Lab? Our world. Hang on. What are you talking about? I'm not from your world. It is complicated to explain. I tried to tell Mr. G, but I don't think he quite understood. Well, if he didn't understand it, then I'm in deep cow paths. Just try to explain it like I'm 5 years old, because, well, I am 5 years old. Let's start with our world. What do you mean by our world? Or your world. Whatever. You see, in quantum theory, there is the idea of the multiverse. Multiple universes all existing simultaneously, parallel to each other. At every event point, a diversion can occur, creating a new universe. The multiverse is a quantum superposition with infinitely increasing divergent quantum worlds. I was with you all the way until, you see. Right. Well, the simple version is that there are infinite worlds and dimensions out there, each springing out of a different choice of or outcome. Let's say you chose to have a butter on your toast for breakfast this morning instead of jam. That means that parallel to this world is a world where instead you chose jam, and the rest of the day played out accordingly. Joke's on you! I had both butter and jam on my toast this morning. The point is that for every potential outcome in all of history, there is a world for it. And then worlds for outcomes within outcomes, diverging further and further. Thus, some worlds would be identical to the one you know, while others would be very different. To the point where some have animals that don't speak or wear clothes or stand like humans. What are humans? My point exactly. Your world doesn't have them due to some earlier difference in history. And yet I am one myself. Both worlds have Schrodingers, and it seems Alberts. But they are very different animals. Literally, in some cases. Anyway, anything else I can explain? The lab. You said the cult had you working in the lab. What does that mean? When I first arrived, I was told that she-wolf had happened where I came from. I thought she could help, but instead she told her cult and they got an idea. They thought they could use me and my work to achieve their own evil ends. So they locked me in here and made me work for their little project. How's that been going? Bad. For them. None of them knew anything about quantum physics and engineering, so they just threw me in and threatened me to work. First, I refused. What was my life to stopping them anyway? But then they brought Niels and the Max. I couldn't put them at risk. The weird-looking cats. They threatened them. Yes, unless I designed something that helped them. But even then, they didn't know what I was doing, so I was able to work on something to help me escape. But more fooled me. They tired of my delays and excuses and locked me up for good. More so I realized that I was just their backup plan. Backup for what? A rainy day. No, for finding all my cats and collecting their collars too. What? The colors! Tell me, are they safe? I know the cult recovered 3 of these kitties here, but what of mine and my albits? How did you get here? How did you get in the cell anyway? Or scratch that. How did you get in Mr. G's closet to start with? Well, I was conducting some experiments involving atomic disruption and translocation involving wave functions of... On second thoughts, considering no one else seemed to understand what I was testing, I'll try and keep it basic. Suffice to say, I was working on an experimental machine that required a test subject. And considering I'd already done some major thought experiments with cats, I figured it was only fitting to use one again. Did Cat agree? In our world, cats barely agree to anything. But Albert, my Albert, eventually got in the box and activated the machine. When I opened the box, Albert was gone, along with his collar. I had no idea where he'd gone or what happened to him. So you stopped the experiment in its tracks so you could find my counterpart, right? No. In science, you must repeat experiments to ensure the results are accurate. So I did again with Max, Warner, and Niels. By the time I realized what had happened, their collars had supercharged the machine to cause multiversal teleportation. All of them had vanished, and I was very worried. So I attempted to follow them. You got a multivagal teleprompter box? Yes, along with a color to ensure the same traversal would occur. It did, although with some complications. One such complication was appearing in a certain apartment, along with a large implosion that took out the wall. So the holes that kept coming up were from you and your cats teleporting in? That's alright. In my case, it certainly caught the attention of the animal living there, Mrs. G. She acted concerned, asked me what I was doing there, and after I told her everything, offered me some rather potent tea to put me to sleep. It sounds like you know the rest. The collars. Don't worry, the collars are safe. Well, 2 of them are. Thank goodness, I'm glad my friend Mr. G was able to take them somewhere safe. Yeah, I've got both of them on me in my pocket. You, what? You stupid cats, why would you bring them here? Don't you know they're what the cult is looking for? I don't understand why they're so important, other than, you know, the whole I can teleport places thing. The experiment that sent the cats here supercharged their colors with... Wait, do you want simple or accurate? Oh, simple. 100% of the time. Well, the colors got charged with energy when they were transported to this world. That's the power to be in 2 places at once, like a teleporter, as you apparently have found. Well, if 5 were in the same place, they would have enough combined energy to do that for places between the worlds. To rip open the space-time fabric between them. Still not simple enough. Is that good or bad? Oh, very bad. It is one thing for a human or cat to come from one world to another. An entire universe? Even I couldn't guess at what might happen. One world crowding out another, both worlds being merged by force, both worlds blinking out of existence. Okay, yeah, that last one seems like something that should be avoided for sure. Indeed, which is why I gave my call to Mr. G to keep it away from the cult. Let's bring it straight to them. Go. Cats. So what's the deal with these cats? For starters, they look different. Small. Naked. That's natural for our world. In our world, cats are small and adorable pets that live around humans as companions. Impossible! Surely with our intellect and manipulation skills, we'd be running the show and forcing other species to do our bidding. That's well, you're not entirely wrong there. Well, good. The very idea of us being pets. We'd never have masters. We'd have staff. At any rate, these three, well, four, with my Alberts have been a big help in my work, keeping me company in the lab and so on. That was how I got the idea to try my new machine on them and see how it works. Never thought it would react with their collars and said, "Let me here." Okay, ignore the shrieking, hissing, clawing ethics of the whole situation. Wait, you teleported them here ahead of you? Then why did you arrive a month before they started showing up and getting catnapped by the gangs? Time moves differently between universes. What happened first can end up coming last, so it was with my cats and myself. My Albert threw first, then Warner, Max, Niels, then tried it myself. I referenced the Niels, Max, and Warner were found in order, which only leaves the first cat. My Albert! I heard something about him coming through, but we haven't brought him back. You know what's happened to him? Oh boy. Albert. About your Albert. Do you know what's happened to him? Thought experiment. So if I knew what happened to him, whether he was alive or dead, but didn't tell you, well, then in theory, he would be in the state of both being alive and dead. Sounds too much like being a zombie. I'll just tell you he's dead then. No! What's happened? His body was found at a warehouse downtown. No signs of foul play. Or foul play, for that matter. Just a big hole in the roof way above him. No one knew who or what he was or what killed him. That was actually how I got involved in the case to begin with, to earn the reward. I mean, to get to the bottom of things, plus, you know, he looked a little like me. The hole in the roof, you say? I wonder if the fall killed him. He might not have had time to land on his feet. Or maybe the whole thing was just too much strain and trauma for the poor boy. He was getting on in years and didn't have the best heart. You used him for your big, weird experiment. Well, that was mostly because he curled up inside the machine and refused to budge when I tried to get started, so I went along with it. Gave up arguing with your Albert years ago. Sounds like he didn't have the best heart or the best brain. No, that was my Albert for you. Fluffy, lovable, charming, and profoundly stupid. Why are you smirking wistfully at me like that? I'm just musing on the fates that led my Albert to his death, but brought another Albert here to help. Let's just hope you're a little smarter than the Alberts from my world. The cult's goal. So what is the cult's goal? At any rate, they must think you can help them somehow. What is the goal of any cult? Either fanaticism or fantasy. Specifically fulfilling their own fantasies and desires. And they brought you here to do that? Did they arrange the whole thing with you and the cats teleporting you? Teleporting her? No, I do not think they're that smart. My arriving here was an accident. All they did was jump on the chance to capitalize on it once they realized I could help them. But help them do what? What do they want? They would not tell me. Or then claiming that reaching other worlds would help them become everything they were supposed to be. Could they not have just joined the army or something? At any rate, that's why they've been collecting all the colors. Bringing them together should allow them to rip apart the fabric of reality and reach other worlds. But in the meantime, they had me working on a little backup project that might get them there as well. Little did they know it might get me out of here. How to get you out? Okay, never mind all this deep theoretical physics mumbo jumbo. How do I get you out? The cultists keep the keys on them at all times. Oh goody, I get to be a cat burglar. Nice story. As a kid, I thought it was a cat bugler, so I pestered my parents. Or cat bugler, so I pestered my parents for a bugle. I have an easier idea. That backup project they made me work on? It's actually a little miniature teleporter. Like a small version of my original device. In theory, it could teleport you to the same spot in another world. Hence why the cult ordered me to work on it. Then why not use it to get away from here? Any world's gonna be better than this way. Even if they do have smaller, dumber kitties. Well, one, it's not finished yet. Two, I've been deliberately sabotaging and modifying it for more local teleportation. They teleporting me out to myself. Three, and most importantly, it needs it to be charged first. And more specifically, charged with quantum particles that vibrate between realities. You mean like the charged particles are in those collars? Exactly. And since you were stupid enough to bring your colors along, well, it turns out that was a smart move. Hey, being smart in stupid ways is sort of my calling card. Okay, so go into the laboratory. It's a very close to the cell, just out in the tunnel. Once you're there, look for the mini teleporter and bring it here. So, what does this mini teleporter look like? Oh, you won't be able to miss it. You'd have to be an idiot to mistake anything else for it. Sounds totally promising and not foreshadowing in any way, shape, or form. Hurry! The cultists may discover us at any moment. I'll be waiting here. Everything depends on you, my second Albert. Hey, I think you'll find I'm Prime Albert, the one and only original. And I'm about to go prove it. Alright. So, not the first turn, but the second turn. There is a shadow down there. Why is there a shadow there? It's weird. Ah, it's just a weird thing with the floor. Like, there's a shadow! What? Alright. Box.
A big metal box. Wait, didn't Schrodinger say something about his experiments and research involve cats and boxes or something? Well, this is a box, and boxes make for great teleporters for reasons. Ingenious, really. Yeah, this has gotta be it. Nothing else it could be, right? I bet Schrodinger's gonna be impressed.
Back to the cell. Good news! I was able to find your teleporter. Ah, thank goodness! Bring close so I can see it. Here it is. You were clever disguised it as this box. I know you like boxes and putting cats in them to make them disappear or something. Hey, I don't judge. I figured this had to be it. 999! That was how I got the cats here in the first place, not how I get them out. Look, I don't know the ins and outs of your weird cat in the box obsession, my guy. You do you. Somewhere, somehow, Albert Einstein is laughing at me. Can feel it. The point is, no, that's not the teleporter I asked you to find. You'd know that if you paid any attention. I don't know, I kind of figured it may or may not have been the teleporter and no one could really know until it was properly observed. Perhaps I was being a little hasty when I said even an idiot could recognize a teleporter. Either that or you're a very profound idiot. 6 of one, half of a dozen of the other. Just never really understood, now I think of it. Aren't those two entirely different numbers? Profound idiot. Got it. Anyway, let's just hope this was a temporary stay. Would you head back in there and find the actual teleporter this time? Back to the lab. What's down the walk every time? The banana would be hilarious, actually. I'm gonna do it. Banana!
Huh. Is this a banana? Why is there a banana in here? Seems kind of out of place, which clearly means it must be the mini teleporter. I bet there's all sorts of strange tech hidden within its mysterious rubbery yellow skin. Okay, that last one was a bust, but this has definitely got to be the teleporter. I'm sure Schrodinger will agree.
Back to the cell. Good news! I was able to find your teleporter. I trust you actually collected the right one this time. Oh, absolutely! I recognized the teleporter as soon as I saw it. This banana. I've got to hand it to you, this was an amazingly intelligent move to hide a teleporter in the banana. How do you manage to get past the PL to... What are you talking about? It's a banana, you stupid feline. Yes, but that's the giveaway, isn't it? Why would something as odd and out of place like a banana be in a scientific lab? Only one explanation. That the cultists kept me fed while I worked and that the banana was my lunch? Okay, 2 explanations, I suppose. I can't believe my life rests in the hands, paws, of a cat who can recognize a mini teleporter when it's right in the front of him. Oh, like your cats could recognize. Trust me, you don't want to start comparing your intellect to that of my pet cats. I don't think you'd be flattered by the results. Okay, one more time. Get the mini teleporter and get it right this time. Back to the lab. Watch.
A watch, huh? It looks like an ordinary watch to me. But that must be its genius. He said it was a mini teleporter. How much more mini do you get than being on the back of your wrist? That guy is so smart. All right. I got the last 2 wrong. but this time it's gotta be the one. Third time's the charm. Ow. That hurt. Didn't land on my feet that time, because something was under my feet. What did I trip on? Huh. What's this? Looks like some garbage just lying around. I guess Schrodinger isn't practicing good organization in the lab. Someone should call him on that. I'll bring this along so I can wave it in his face and scold him.
Back to the cell. Good news! I was able to find your teleporter. I can't bear another round of idiocy. Please tell me you actually brought the teleporter this time. Well, absolutely! By process of elimination and figuring it absolutely positively, 75% chance it has to be this watch. You mentioned it was a mini teleporter, so I figured it had to be something that went on your wrist, all convenient like a watch. That was some excellent deductive reasoning. Woohoo! Except for the bits where you were totally wrong. This is just an ordinary watch, dumbcough. Hey, don't blame me. You were the one talking about the weird stuff like reality and time being weird and bendy and stuff. I figured that totally had to be a hint at watches and clocks. Wasn't thinking of that one artist who does weird bendy watches and clocks. What was his name? Salvador Dalmatian? Unbelievable! A lab with barely anything of note, and you still failed to find the one vital device. Hey, I tried, okay? Went through almost everything that was there, and now there's barely anything left. Done the one last thing to check. That and the garbage I tripped over. Garbage? What do you mean? Oh yeah, this thing I tripped over on my way out. Don't you ever clean or organize your workspace? Or do you just litter anything broken or worthless on the ground? Stupid, beautiful cat. This is the mini teleporter. You found it. I did? I mean, obviously, I did. But are you sure? It looks kind of dead. It doesn't even turn on. Of course not. That's because it hasn't been charged with quantum particles. It was why I couldn't use it earlier. I was hoping for a chance to charge it with one of those collars the cult's been keeping. But now that an adorable idiot has brought along his collar like a good little kitty. Hang on, I'm not that kind of kitty. Oh wait, you mean your Albert's collar. Sorry, I thought you meant something else. Touch his collar to the mini teleporter for a few moments. You should feel a slight tingle. Ow! My fur's all staticky. It's ready, then hand it over through the bars. Make sure you're ready to run once I'm out. After charging. Alright, I think it's got enough juice in it to get where it's going. Excellent. Pass it through the bars to me and I'll activate it. Meow, Max, Warner. Come to me, little ones. We're going to get out of this nasty place and back home to a nice saucer of milk. Actually, Mr. Physicist, who apparently doesn't know his biology, most cats are lactose intolerant. I believe this is worth an abracadabra. How did you just teleport out of the cell like that? Well, for now, at least the teleporter will take me to the source of its quantum charge. In this case, the color. I'm sure it's very shocking and confusing to you. Actually, not shocking at all. Confusing, absolutely, but it sounds like it's just a small version of the IQ Zero machine that teleports me places. Can I take a look at it? I suppose you can if you... Wait, you've been teleporting yourself? With Albert's color? How? It's a long story. Lots of physics involved, which you probably dig actually, and the machine's a lot bigger than this. Or colorful too. Well, perhaps you can tell me about your own quantum spatial adventures. Maybe after we escape this benighted cult? Right, follow me. I've wedged open the entrance to these tunnels. Once we're through and back in the cabin, we can go get help. After a while... Alright, let me slip under first. Wait, why? I'm the one who's been captive for weeks. Surely I deserve to get out of here first. Yeah, but considering my counter-argument, I don't like it here and I want to leave, so I should get it to leave. Fine, go ahead then. Just be careful. That door is being held open by sheer dumb luck at this point. Given your presence, I figure we have plenty of that at this point. Hey, wait a minute! Well, now you're through and safely on the other side. Next up is
Zumindest.
my cat, Neil. Max, come to me, my little babies. Okay, now everyone but me is totally safe. I think it's high time for me to be totally safe as well.
Ja.
Warner, what are you doing?
Richtig.
Stop scratching at that thing.
Stop
to it, young man. Leave it alone. Stop batting at it. Is it in your way? It is in a rather awkward place, isn't it? Let me just nudge it so it's out of the way. No, way! Not exactly my brightest moment. Help? Help? I'm claustrophobic. I don't do well in enclosed spaces. Nice try, but I'm a cat owner. I know you little felines manage to worm your way into the small spaces with great happiness. Yes, but the small spaces don't usually come with dangerous kidnapping cultists. Whatever, there's a way to open the door on your side. Just flip the switches on the lamp thingies on the walls at once.
Ja.
Explain like a true professional. You're supposed to be the award-winning brainiac. In simple terms, flip floor levers, quickly jam open the door. Quickly. Got it? Well, yes, except for the quickly bit. I'm not a cat like you, and I'm getting on in years. No way I can move that quickly. Oh, are you saying I'm stuck in here? I can go get help. Who should I look for? Lily. Look for a lady named Lily. She'd help me out. I'm sure. She's always had a soft spot for me. That doesn't bode well for her intelligence, I fear. Look, I don't need anyone intelligent right now. I just need someone who can call for help. Very well, but what about you? What can we do to help get you out once I find help? The map on the wall showed me that there was a bunch of cemeteries and graveyards out there. I think the tunnels might link up at them. Tell Lily to bring help and meet me at the cat cemetery. Be waiting at Kitty for the dead cemetery. I'll get there as soon as I can. I just have to memorize the route through the tunnels to reach that exit. Not just the tunnels out. You'll have to go straight through the cultist meeting hall to get there. Well, the cultists are still meeting. Yeah, I know. That's why I told you to bring help and be waiting there. I'm gonna be coming in hot with a bunch of cultists on my very fine tail. Trying to get the map back up. Very well. I'll find your friend and make sure they bring plenty of backup. Right. Now, before you go, I have a foolproof plan that you'll need to tell them exactly so that we... Wait, hello? Are you still there?
Well, crap. He left in a hurry. Sure hope it was because he was worried about me and wanted a rescue party put together quickly. Anyway, I guess I won't be getting out this way anytime soon. Which means there's only one way to go.